The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point forthcoming.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Second down, here's Hurts.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run again here with Robinson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired, and if nothing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. In motion goes the tight end. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
And Howe will throw it.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Howe, he'll look to throw it. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 47 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's go now. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Howe.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I can assure you, setting up a screen, is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Let's go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Howell.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Here we go. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Howell loses it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
King.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Back to throw, Howell. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
A little juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Easy, 63, 63, bang. Hey, easy, 63, 63. Nope.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Great, great.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Howell from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and 12. Howell. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Howell now to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine, as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Throwing here, Howell.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith.
He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 23-point deficit.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
34 yards.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Robinson with another carry. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Howell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. That is caught.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Swift.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Great.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go. Dice right.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Gets past him at the 10.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 6 yards away.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
Powering his way forward. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this